Good morning, good evening, Shadidi Laser, and today, Shadid QE Laser. And today, the Q stands for question and answer. I want to answer a question that I received from the inbox that I believe will help your current progress and hopefully give an aha moment for someone who may be stuck, building what they're trying to build, or they're up late trying to achieve what they're setting out to do, whether it's in their business or they're trying to transition, whatever the case may be. First of all, thank you for joining in. Right now, we're in the home stretch for 2016, and many of us, you, them, no matter who it may be, we're transitioning from the end of 2016 going into a new year. And my Facebook Messenger, Uncle Chef, 31 Days of Soup is now available. Go to Amazon and do a search for 31 Days of Soup. You will see a pleasant surprise. We have work to do. My Facebook Messenger, my email, my inbox, and my text messages are filled with up and coming and established entrepreneurs who want more from their lives, to extract more from their talents, and be all that they can be. And of course, I applaud success, and I want to see that effort, those seeds that are planted, I want to see them grow and flourish. I like winners. I like winners' energy. I like to be around that. So I've received a question. Kat, the great Kat, is joining. Thank you. Thank you. I received a question from my inbox from JC. He wanted just to use his initials. He didn't want to put his name out there. I respect that. Who lives in the Seven Cities area of Virginia. And hey, Kat. And JC's question is, Shadid, I'm going to paraphrase here. I've been following your work since Let's Talk Digital in 2009 in Virginia. I even attended the workshop you delivered in Virginia Beach. You've obviously done a lot and worked on a lot. And the difference is I'm trying to get there and transition from a job that I don't like to becoming my own boss. My question to you is, if I was to start a company in 2016, what what would you focus on? So if I was to start a company, what would I focus on? That's an excellent question, JC. First of all, Southern VA, the Seven Cities, is one of my favorite regions and places, and they've supported me so much for so many years. Thank you to Hot 91. Thank you to Kenneth Clark and the CRC DJs, Worldwide Radio, the newly married Sean Archer, my guy, and the Indie Top 10 Plus One family, and the list goes on and on. I've been on radio in the Seven Cities area for years, years. So have a lot of great relationships down there, and that's where JC comes from, and that's how he came into contact with me. But enough. We're going to go into the answer in terms of if I was to start a business in 2016 going into 2017, what are the two that I would focus on? And my answer is, because I'm always challenging myself to basically be at the height or the peak of my knowledge and understanding. Whenever I give a presentation, even if it's my signature talk, it's going to change from, let's say, if I gave it at the beginning of this year towards now, because I'm always challenging my viewpoints, my paradigm. I'm always masterminding and meeting with the best that I have access to in terms of resources, in terms of mindsets, in terms of just sharpening my sword so that I have the peak of what I know and can implement and test. So if I was to start a business today, the two areas of focus that I would invest my time, energy, and effort on are the two C's. And those two C's are communication and credibility. Now, I'm going to provide you with two strategies. Number one, I would of course, we're talking about communication. I would spend 80% of my waking hours in the process and pursuit of building an active email list. Now, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. And my path was a bit different from other people's in that for so many years I was delivering live events. So I fell into the trap that everyone knows my name or everyone knows who I am and what I do. But that active email list is so valuable, and I'll explain why. Because your situation may be different, you may be just starting out, you may not know the value, or you may have heard of why it's important. But I'm going to tell you straight from the Shadi's mouth here. So I would build an active email list. Once I've built an active email list, I would find the time, the strategies, the partners, so on and so forth, to continuously add value and nurture that list. Why? So that my prospects are converted into loyal brand enthusiasts who will share my message. Why is this important? Email communication is still one of the top three most intimate methods of communication. If I called your phone, for those of you who are tuning in right now, you didn't recognize my number, guess what? You would not answer. You say, "Who is this?" Must be a telemarketer. And you wouldn't pick up. If someone was to knock on your door right now, you would not answer the door. But if someone sends you an email, let's assume it doesn't go into spam filters, or is not someone trying to offer you access to their bank account or any of those scams. You can't not see it. You can't unsee it. It's there. So for that reason, email is still an intimate method of communication. Of course, there's many different channels of communication, many different ways to get your point across, but email still is at the top of the mountain in terms of viable forms of effective communication. Your email list is versatile. It can be utilized to sell products. It can be utilized to sell other people's products as an affiliate. You can also bring awareness or drive traffic or attention to something that you're seeking promotion of. This can be a new blog post. This can be a white paper. This can be a video that you've produced. This can be a call to action to follow you on Instagram. This could be a call to awareness for a charity or a campaign that you support, and you want those who are like-minded to support as well to boost that particular idea or effort. This can all be achieved with the right list. You can take your list of supporters and bring it, let's say you change the name or the trademark to your current business and you open a new business. You can send an introductory email and say, "Hey, I'm moving on from this project and I'm moving over here. Here's why you need to get involved." Not everyone will make the transition over, but those who truly, if you do the legwork in building that nurture campaign where your supporters know, like, and trust you, then many people from your supporters or the people on your list will make that leap over, and you're building lifetime customers. You've seen it over and over and over again where a brand will go through many phases of evolution, and you look over 20 years, it's like, wait a minute, when they started, they were totally different, or they had a totally different approach, and they just kept evolving, but they kept that core group satisfied, and they were in tune with what those needs are. So that's very important. It all boils down to the scenario. Can you imagine clicking send and having an army of people ready to help you be great? This is all possible with your list. Do you have any questions before I go into the next part of this, which is credibility? So, in review, if I was to start a business in 2016 going into 2017, I will focus on the two C's. That is communication. And the second C is credibility. Credibility. I would invest another 80% in credibility building activities. Now, you math majors out there, someone out there has a pen and paper and a calculator, and they're saying, Shadid, how can you invest 80% in one area and 80% in another? The answer to that riddle is when you're all in on your vision, your path, and your belief that you'll succeed, you will go above and beyond the status quo. Success in this lifestyle requires that level of commitment. So I don't know if 80 plus 80 equals 160 in uh, a math book or the calculator that you're working with, but in Entrepreneurship 101, it equals what it needs to equal when you need to make it equal. Make sense? Gotcha. All right. So, the number one credibility building activity that I recommend is building online courses or signature courses. What does this mean, Shadi? This means packaging your knowledge, skills, and ability and delivering them via the World Wide Web on a platform that either you own or that hosts your content. This is a counterintuitive approach for many of you who have read all the traditional sales books and have heard many pundits and experts talk about Facebook or your blog or Snapchat or cold calling or emailing your friends or you name it. The biggest problem that your new business, I'm talking to JC and I'm also talking to you, individuals who are building your business or trying to establish or revive certain aspects of your business. Biggest problem you'll face is a lack of leads, a predictable method to acquire leads and convert them. It's very simple. Without leads, you don't have customers. Without customers, your business will not make any money or you won't have any sales because the money going out will swallow the money coming in. If the money coming in is inconsistent and you don't have a handle on that, your business will sink. An online course establishes your credibility. A course is always working on your behalf. A course, Darnell, from jujitsu, and now you're on the midnight broadcast. You need to be sleep. Need to be sleep. Wes, my goodness. All right. Now, as I was saying, an online course establishes your credibility. It also is always working on your behalf. As I mentioned, in the traditional sales books, whether you're cold calling, whether you're Facebooking, whether you're Snapchatting, whether you're tweeting, these are all finite activities, meaning when you are doing them, you're doing them. But when you're not, it's not always working for you to the effectiveness that an online course is actually working for you. A course will also allow you to raise your rates, especially if the course is good. And by good, I mean if it's targeted to the needs and it addresses the pain points that your target audience needs to achieve. The reason why it allows you to raise your rates because it is a demonstrated indicator of credibility or a credibility indicator. So online courses are an excellent, the best way to establish credibility. So in review, there's communication and there's credibility. So I wouldn't offer you strategies without solutions. Now, for the first being communications, Jay, all the way from San Diego or wherever in the world you may be at this time. I'm releasing an entire course. I put it together. It's all ready to go, shipped and ready, dedicated to the fastest way to build your credibility in that list of buyers and supporters that I mentioned. You, as an aspiring business owner or person with knowledge, skills, and abilities, you deserve to have people supporting your work. We all have goals, we all have gifts, we all have dreams, we all have talents, but without that opportunity to connect with people who are buying into your services, you will not succeed, or your success will be hit or miss. Thank you, Kat. Thank you very much. Let's read this. I moved to the Bay Area for the opportunity to work for a coaching company and stumbled across a gym franchise that uses a mastermind model. And see more. Hold on. Well, masterminding is another form of credibility. Masterminding, as we both know, as we're both part of the same mastermind network, is a very important way to establish credibility in community, and that's important for those who are getting started and trying to establish that. The building the list and also building the online course is another way to transition into masterminding down the line. Masterminding takes a little bit more confidence as well, and you definitely need, for those of you who are new to the term masterminding, it definitely takes a little bit more confidence and seasoning in order to run a successful mastermind group. And definitely thank you for the congrats, Kat, on the new course. So as I'm saying, I'm releasing an entire course dedicated to solving the biggest problems in trying to establish that authority, that credibility, and also building that online list. Yes, you're seasoned in masterminding, but the people who may be watching this, the context is JC from Virginia. He's trying to transition into starting his own business, and he's trying to get some tips on how to get started. The great Cat is 100% seasoned and authoritative. So that is very important to know. So click the link within this post. I'm going to post it in a few minutes, and you'll receive a link to connect to the campaign. It's free of charge, and you'll receive direct answers from me and my team of specialists on how to skip the line and achieve results. And 2017 is about getting to work. You'll also receive the dates for my first online course creation workshop, where we're going to sit down for a weekend and build your course. So if you have knowledge, you do have knowledge, you have specialized skills, you have abilities. I've helped people take term papers from college and build courses that they're profitable on. I've built courses for years and years and years for different Fortune 500 companies, and I can teach you to do the same. And so if you enter your email on the link that I provided, we'll solve two problems. Number one, you'll receive information about the course that's coming up that will allow you to skip the line, get the answers, get the cheat sheets to allow you to create that list of supporters, that list of die-hard fans for your products and services. Doesn't happen overnight, but if you have the right answers, it happens a lot quicker than trial and error. I believe in doing things right the first time. And the second thing is you'll receive some of the upcoming dates for the online course creation workshop, where we will sit you down for a weekend and build your course so that you're no longer struggling to get leads, you're no longer struggling to build your business, but you're actually up and running by the end of the weekend, and you receive support after that. So enter your email. I'm going to post this video and share the link with you. That's all coming up soon. It's pretty late for some of you, and for some other of us, the work is still going on, but I wanted to connect with you guys. JC sent me a question to my inbox. He inboxed me, And I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys because it's a common question that I receive all the time. How do I, if I have a job that I kind of like or I don't like at all, but I have these aspirations to be very boss like in 2017, how do I do it? You seem to be boss like, Shadid. So, what would you do? And in this particular Facebook Live video, I tried to answer using the two C's, which are communication and credibility. In review, communication is what I would use to build a list of diehard supporters so that I can basically build awareness around causes that uh, motivate me, or I can sell products and services of my own, or I can add value to my list of supporters by introducing products and services that would benefit their lives. It's about creating an ecosystem of support for those like minded individuals within your tribe or your community or your circle. And the second thing, credibility, authority is everything, both in brick and mortar businesses, online businesses, brands, whatever adjective you want to, or noun you actually want to throw at this particular topic. And like I said, I would spend 80% in credibility building activities. The number one credibility building activity that I recommend is building online courses. For the work that you have to invest in building an online course, the return for that investment is not even tenfold, it's 20-fold because it helps you develop a solid list of leads. It also allows you to raise your rates because you're providing a credibility indicator that demonstrates your knowledge, your skills, your abilities, and your also demonstrated ability to solve common business problems that your target audience faces. Your business will fail without a lack of leads. If you don't have leads, you don't have customers. Without customers, your business will not stay afloat. Credibility is a way to do that. Online courses is in a low barrier of entry method to get that going. And as Kat masterfully segued for me, if you are a teacher of a course, you are an instant authority. I want you to go back in the time machine, ladies and gentlemen, to when you were in grade school and the teacher called on you to come up to the front of the room and read a passage from a book or explain something in front of the class, and how instantly you froze up or you got nervous or that fright hit you. Now, for the guy or girl that you were thrilled that you didn't get called on that one time, but there was always that one kid that went to the front of the room and nailed it. And some of us felt envious, like, oh man, they were able to do it. And I knew if I was called on, I wouldn't be able to do it. So if you're able to address the class, you are an instant authority. And what I'm sharing with you is the golden ticket, meaning if you're able to put together a course, you are an instant authority on the World Wide Web. So anyone who is searching for your particular information or your particular product or topic or solution, you instantly become an authority and elevate your particular business, your brand in the eyes of the consumer. Now, if you happen to actually learn a few tricks and learn a few strategies, or maybe have a coach and actually put together a good marketing plan, then that will expand exponentially for those of you who are into the whole math thing. Basically, your credibility will explode and it will open all sorts of doors and opportunities. And that's what I want for you. So the online course creation workshop will be coming up soon. And it's like, wait, what if I live in Canada? What if I live in California? What if I live in Idaho? What if I have to babysit that weekend and I can't get out the house, but I still live in Baltimore? Fear not, my friends, it will be virtual. So it'll be set up where you will have access to various conference calls throughout the day. You have a team of supporters to help you through it. There will be emails sent before the challenge so that you can have the bare minimum of equipment needed. It's very low cost, my particular method of course creation. And I'm partnering with another fellow course creation rock star. She's done it all. So, and created all sorts of courses. That name will be announced shortly, but you have to enter your email and register so that I can share the information with you free of charge. No bells, whistles, or tricks. I can't talk to you all night, so I have to, you have to enter your email so that you can connect to the campaign, and we'll take things from there. Once again, Shadidi Laser. I wanted to answer JC's question on how I would start a business in 2017. And thank you, Kat, and others for tuning in to this broadcast. And make sure you click the link once this post is live and connect with me on the other side. And if you have questions for me, I will be happy to help you build your campaign. Good night.